What, you cold?
Yes. No.
Like the Michelin Man with this, you know
Like
what the
a
Michelin
who?
Man is?
No. Like a marshmallow?
Sure. It's a marshmallow with this big thing you got going on.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's
Dre
Bre, and you're watching Worth the Wait.
This is a big one today.
I'm excited.
The question is, and the topic is, should I actually wait until marriage? So you know that Bre and I are waiting, and we're waiting until marriage. But the question that we get from some people, and what people are wondering sometimes, like, should I actually wait all the way until marriage? I know what I'm gonna say, but let's see what Bre
No,
thinks.
you go first. I want to know what you're gonna say. Man, okay. Well, I feel a couple different ways about this. Okay. First, I feel some type of way about women that think that because they're waiting for marriage, they deserve or should be in a relationship, or they should have the perfect man just kind of scoop them out because all they're doing is waiting for marriage. I know that waiting for marriage is a good habit to have, or a good, not habit, that's the wrong word. It's a good, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a part, I'll say it this way. It's a part of building and finding like someone and being in a happy, healthy relationship, doing it God's way and all that stuff. It is a part. It's a great part. But if it's all that you're doing, it does not truly matter. It's like, why waiting made sense for me was because what it allowed me to do is grow closer to God and really look at myself to make sure that when I am ready to be with somebody, I'm bringing my best to the table. And if I want the best that's out there, I have to be my best. I have to become the best. And it's so funny, my friend Cece, her man Shane, shout out to Shane, he's a whole dentist, so if you need work done in the DMV area, just send me a DM. He said that your man is out there and he wants you too. And we were talking about like captions and like weird stuff, but I was like, yo, that's deep. Because basically what it means is that the same type of person that you're praying for and that you want, there is an equal person out there who wants the same thing, but in a woman version. They want you. But if you don't become your best you, like if you just are okay and stagnant with how you are, and you just think that because you're not giving up your goods to somebody that you're just so worthy and holy and that you just deserve the world, it is nonsense. It's like, it reminds me of Christians that go to church and think that because they go to church every Sunday that they are considered a Christian, or they're just the best that they could possibly be, and that they're doing the bare minimum so they count. And it's like, if you go to church every Sunday but you're a jerk 6 days out of the week and you don't follow God's principles and rules, then you might as well not call yourself a Christian. Just doing one thing does not matter. So I don't like when women come to me and they say, well, I mean, I'm waiting for marriage. I haven't had sex in 3 years and still I haven't found nobody. You're bitter and you're mad because you ain't getting none, because you thought that if you just stop having sex that the right person will come to you, but you're not putting in the work. You're not looking at yourself. You're not reading your Bible. You're not focusing on your business or your career or your kids or your health or whatever it is that you're supposed to be focusing on. You're still worried about finding a man. That's my thoughts. Sorry.
So Bre's still gonna talk because she did not answer the question. The question was, should I actually? I was literally there just waiting for you to answer it.
Should I actually wait for marriage?
You was like prefacing everything.
The question is, should you wait till marriage?
Should
so
you
if someone is
wait till
waiting,
marriage?
Okay, so I'll give my answer.
Question.
I'll give my answer. As you all know, it was not my choice to wait for marriage. I wanted to wait for a ring. I wanted to wait for engagement. I didn't think that there was a need to wait for marriage. Now that we are doing it, I love it, and I'm glad that we took that route. And at the time when I made that choice of saying like I'm waiting until like engagement, my relationship with God was not where it should have been or could have been. So it was more of a personal thing, that it was not religious of me to say that I'm not having sex with someone until I know that they're the person I'm gonna marry, which even if you're engaged, you don't know you're gonna end up marrying that person. But for me, I was like, oh, that's enough. Like, as long as I get a ring, then I know this thing is real. So at the time, I would say, no, I don't think that waiting until marriage is important. I think that waiting, or let me say, at the time, I didn't think waiting until marriage was necessary. Now, as I'm doing it, I do think that it has its benefits, but I would say that it is a personal preference and you have to know why you're waiting. And if you're waiting because you want to build a happy, healthy relationship that is not off of sex, like that's not the forefront or the focus, then I don't think it has to be marriage. And it's something that two people have to decide. It could be engagement, it could be 3 months, it could be 6 months, it could be a year, it could be whatever enough time you feel you need to see if this person is really for you. But if you're doing it for religious reasons and you want to do it God's way, then I feel like, yeah, wait till marriage. Personally, I feel like the wait is worth it. I would not, if Dre was like, hey, let's get married in 2025, I'd be like, bro, you're tripping. Like, no, I'm not waiting that long. So I think it's a personal preference, because if you've gone 5 years of waiting and then you get in a relationship, if you've waited 5, you can wait 6. Like, I don't know. I want to hear his answer. What is your answer?
So for the record.
Did I answer it?
Your answer was, it depends, basically?
Yes, I think it depends.
Okay. Bree said she don't like politics, but she gave a real political answer in the front. I asked her a straightforward question, and she went the whole roundabout about bitter old women who all types of stuff.
I did not say that they were old.
Sorry, bitter women who are older.
No, I didn't say that.
You said older women.
No, I said, no, I did not.
Who are waiting.
I did not say older. I said women who are waiting.
Y'all can rewind it. But anyway, she gave a whole roundabout answer, and then was like, yeah, that's how I feel.
Let's hear your answer.
So my answer is that yes, I feel like you should actually wait until marriage. That is my answer. Now I get her perspective, and I'm not saying that your relationship will fail if you wait until engagement or you do have sex earlier than that. I do think wait until marriage does wean out those people who are just trying to be with you for sex. Which that does happen, especially for women. You get a lot of guys that just want to entertain you just for that reason. But I think that it's hard to, let's say the time limit thing. Somebody says 3 months, 90 days, right? This is why your engagement thing is still, okay, because some people say 90 days or 3 months or 5 months or 6 months. The thing is that 6 months, 3 months, 12 months, those will always come. It doesn't matter where you are in that relationship, 3 months is gonna come. It's not like you can hold off 3 months. If you say I'm waiting until marriage ain't just coming. You have to make a decision to do that. Engagement is not just coming. You have to make a decision to be engaged.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that when you said that, it's like if you tell a guy I'm not having sex until we're dating for 90 days, I feel like the dude would just have sex with somebody else within the 90 days if he really wanted to. But what Dre said makes so much sense, that if you're saying I'm not, being sexually active until engagement or until marriage, no one's gonna go out their way and fake propose to you, get a fake ring. They would actually have to really love you enough to think that you're the person they're gonna spend their life with. So it does cause for actual action, because nowadays these dudes out here, boy, they'll be like, oh, 90 days, bet. Brittany, what you doing tonight? I know I use that name.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I have a cousin named Brittany, and that was not no shade to her. Or I have a friend Brittany too. It was just a random name.
No, so that's what I'm saying, is that time limits are very difficult because they always will come. The marriage, the engagement, that ain't something that is just oh yeah, let's just get engaged or let's just get married. You want to get married now? And it's those timelines are a lot better. And then when it comes to marriage, it is a huge commitment. It's something that if you really are willing to wait until then you are in some way really here for me and really want to be with me. Because if somebody's willing to wait a year to have sex with you or something like that until marriage, then they must be somewhat serious about you, because marriage is serious. We always say this, I talk to my cousins, it's different if you're in a room and you're having a good time, but the door is always open to leave. Once that door is bolted shut, it could be the same thing happening in that room, but people start to act different when they know they can't get out anymore and can get out easier. So the thing is that marriage is so important. And then it's hard for somebody to fake who they are for an extended period of time. Like, we always talk about how sex intoxicates your mind. It's hard for somebody, if you're looking at somebody soberly for 8 months, 9 months, for you not to see like their true character, or like who they really are, or who. But if you say 90 days, 3 months, then it's like, say you are like, our relationship's a little different because we live close and we end up living with each other. But like, you have some people who say you're dating somebody in the military and they take tours and then they come back, or you're dating somebody who has a crazy work schedule. So within 3 months, the time you actually get to spend with them is not like that like significant. So it's like, to say like after 3 months or 90 days, like, yeah, this is gonna happen. It's like putting that time limit doesn't really make sense. So I feel like you should actually wait until marriage, and that's even excluding the like if you're a Christian and your beliefs as far as what the Bible actually says to do, because I believe everything in the Bible, there's a why behind it. It's not just telling you to do it just for religious reasons. It's telling you to do it for a reason. So for those doing it for religious reasons, stuff like that. But for me, I just feel like there's a why behind it. So that's why I feel like you should wait. But I do get Bree's point as far as like, it depends. It can depend on like who you are and stuff like that.
I just look at it from more of a realistic standpoint of like, I look at my single friends and like, man, women are stepping the game up. Like, we have some awesome women in this world, and the chance of finding like a equally awesome man who also believes in God and is willing to wait until marriage, like, the chances are slim. And it's something that I never want to be biased in my response when I'm talking to other women, when they ask me, because I feel like you kind of dropped out of heaven. And I was like, what? There's not another one of him. Like, I don't feel that there's a bunch of Dre's walking around. And so I don't know how I would feel if I were single still right now. Like, if 3 years, if I was celibate, well, for more than at like 4 years now, still single, had I not met you, if I would still be willing to wait till marriage, I don't know. And that's something that, like, I don't know. It's tough. And now that I'm doing it, it's easy to say, yes, absolutely do that. But there's people out here who are just, I don't know, like, they're not in the same situation. And it's hard sometimes, I feel like, to see that that's even possible. So what I would say is that if you know that you want to wait, whether it's till marriage, till engagement, till whatever, when you are dating, don't make that a forefront of the conversation. Like, don't feel like you have to tell the guy on the first, second, or third date that you are waiting for marriage, because it's scary, especially for a guy who does not, like, that's not what he wants. I would say, like, really get to know people. And if they get to a point where you feel like there's someone who, like, is a real potential, someone who you can see yourself with, you have to do it in a way that's not, like, weird. Like, does that make sense?
No, I think that makes sense, because, like,
meet people where they are.
Well, the thing is that you don't have to bring it up, because you don't have to, well, it's not even that, is you don't have to put yourself in a situation where it can occur. Like, imagine you are going on dates and going to dinner, and like, you both meet at the place every time. It's like, there's no opportunity for sex to even be presented.
I mean, dudes are bold nowadays. What if you're sitting at the dinner table and he like to rubbing on your thigh?
But I'm just saying that at that point, you can address it when it happens. But I'm saying that you don't have to put yourself in a position to where it's like you guys are meeting up at hotel rooms or something like that. Then you have to say, like, that, like, or somebody's coming out of town and they staying with you, and it's like, in that situation.
So don't do things that don't align with what you want.
Yeah, with what you want. But that's it. We, as you can see with our channel and who we are, we keep it real. Like, we are Christians and we believe in God and we have a strong faith in God, but we also keep it real and we understand, like, where people are with Bree's thoughts and opinions. That's like a real take. That's a real situation that a lot of people are in. And, you know, she's just being honest with her take and her thoughts on it. She even is not saying that that's wrong or right in a sense. She's just saying that's her opinion on how she feels about it. And that's why we want to do this, because it's really about just hearing, wanted you guys to hear what we think. We didn't even talk about it before, just to see like really on camera like what we were going to say. And then just want to hear your thoughts on it.
Yeah.
We know it's going to be people who are just diehard Christians and just like, no, you need to do this and this is what
unsubscribe then, sir or lady.
You don't have to unsubscribe, but we understand. We understand that people, but that's your perspective and that's your prerogative, and if that's how you feel, then that's how you feel. Like I said, for me, I feel like it should work, not strictly for religious reasons, but there's reasons why I feel like it should be a certain way. But I won't judge you or look at you in a different way because you feel like, you know, that is maybe something that doesn't work for you, or you know, maybe something that doesn't align with what you have going on. I would say that you can take heed, or remind me of The Office, take heed, take head.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Dwight and Michael. Anyways, but I would say take precautions, and if you do choose to have sex prematurely, that there can be a lot of effects that can happen from that. But not saying that you will fail in life, or that your relationship will fail, or that just everything will fall apart if you choose to do that. I just think it's wise if you just take the time to evaluate who you're going to be with, the situation, and everything moving forward soberly, because it's not going to be for the rest of your life.
Yes. And obviously I wholeheartedly believe in waiting for marriage, because I mean, like, what we have is like mind-blowing, and we wouldn't be where we are if we were having sex. I literally think about this all the time. Our business would not be where it's at. We wouldn't have the money that we have, the success that we have with our brands, and just the things that we're doing in life. We wouldn't have the patience that we have. We wouldn't even have the communication that we have, because sex is a rug that you can just sweep things under. And Lord knows the way that I pop off when I feel some type of way. It's like I ain't gonna say it's because our parents watched this video, but I was gonna say back. But you know, you could just be like, we're not going to talk about it. We're just going to have sex and wake up the next morning and act like it never happened. And that happens so much in relationships where sex is just a part of it. And I absolutely don't think that sex should be a part of mature, what is it called? Oh my gosh. Like new, fresh, beginning relationships.
Fresh?
Oh my gosh. No, I can't think of the word. But I don't think that sex should be a part of, we'll say, new relationships, like, because you have to be sober. You don't know what you're getting yourself into, and the moment that you give somebody your body, especially women, okay, once you just are like, oh, he loves me not, he just don't do it. Like, you need time. So obviously we definitely say you need time. Figure out what that time is for you. If you want all the blessings that God has to give, wait till marriage. I mean, we have the rest of our lives to have sex, people, you know. 5 months and counting.
I would say if you don't wait till marriage, please don't do a time limit though.
Yeah, that's odd.
Yeah, because that
time, and he just gonna be calling Brittany. So.
That time gonna come regardless of whether you want it to or not. 12 months is always gonna come.
And then it's like a game. Dudes love games. They love challenges. You don't even have
to tell him. Just even if it's in your internal clock, don't set a time.
Gotcha. Okay.
Wait for a specific behavior. Wait for the commitment. Wait for a certain actions to align, not a time.
Like, is he willing to meet your family? Like, what does he do when he spends time with you? How does he communicate with you? How does he make you feel special? Does he talk about long-term things with you, his future? Because, Lord.
Let me add this too as we wrap up. Sex is not something that should be exchanged for. So don't ever feel pressured that somebody's saying, well, it's been 6 months and I've done X, Y, and Z for you, that I deserve this, or you holding out on me, or like, don't let somebody leverage that as far as like, I won't do this for you anymore, or I'll move on to this person because you are withholding sex from me.
Yeah.
Like, don't let that be a leverage thing. Like, you stick to your guns. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. And they're showing you their colors if they're trying to use those tactics just to get you to do something that you don't want to do.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
So comment below. Let us know your thoughts. We know not all of the comments will be nice, but we appreciate them anyways. Make sure you follow us at Brianna Ponte, at It's Dre Smith, and at Worth the Way. And if you're not subscribed, hit that button.
Don't unsubscribe like Bree said. Subscribe.